Hi everyone, my name is Paulus and I'm a Lithuanian tutor who teaches Lithuanian to foreigners online. I'm also a content creator, as you can see from this video, and I create content for my Lithuanian students. Some of the videos are in Lithuanian. These are for those who have already some kind of an initial level of Lithuanian comprehension. And the English videos are for those who are just very beginners. Or maybe sometimes I explain different grammar topics using English so it's easier for you to understand. So this video is in English because the topic of the video is about my Lithuanian course for beginners. I have received many different questions via social media or email or comments about my beginner course, and I'm here to answer all of these questions. So the first question that I get is, who is this course for? Well, this course is for a person who has never studied Lithuanian. Maybe he knows one word or two words or a few words here and there, but he has never had any formal education in the Lithuanian language. So that's the first type of person who would benefit from this course. Another type of person is a person who has studied Lithuanian before but kind of has forgotten or has some holes in his knowledge and just wants to start from ground zero. So just going through all of the most important ideas and concepts and grammatical points and vocabulary from the first lesson till the 26th. Now, what do we actually study in the beginner course? Well, my idea is to give you all the most important fundamentals, like a toolkit that you could use in everyday conversations. So if you're thinking about grammar, this will be the 7 cases, all the 7 cases: nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, instrumental, locative, and vocative. I want to explain to you how to use them, and most importantly, when and why do we use them. So many people just try to memorize the endings, but they're not very sure when to actually apply these cases. So my goal is to not just only teach you the endings, but also to explain all the use cases, when and where and why we should apply these cases. So the logic behind the cases. Of course, we're going to learn the tenses. So the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense. There are other tenses such as the conditional mood, which we are going to touch upon as well, and the past frequentive, the imperative, but probably these are for more later courses because there's only that enough of things that you can pack in 26 lessons. Speaking about things that you should pack and should learn in these lessons, we must also practice asking questions because students get good at replying to questions most of the time, but when it comes a moment that you have to ask a question, well, that becomes quite difficult because you're not sure. And Lithuanian question words work differently from, for example, English or Spanish or other question words. So this is connected with cases, right? Because every case has its own question word. Kas, ko, kam, ka, kuo, kur. So when we're learning the cases, we're also learning how to ask questions. So definitely part of the course. Now, the topics that we're going to cover will be everyday topics, like your work, your life, your hobbies, what do you like doing, what do you not like doing. We'll talk about your family. We're going to talk about different kind of everyday situations, right? Like ordering food, going to the cinema, something you need as a beginner. We're not going to discuss politics or talk about philosophy or quantum mechanics. You can do that in higher levels. And we definitely do this in our A2 and B1 speaking clubs. Maybe not quantum mechanics, but different kind of topics that are more abstract. So once you have a level which is already higher than A2, at least, you can join one of the speaking clubs to practice, speaking. That's what they are for. But this course, again, is just to give you these fundamentals, to give you them. And so you could just practice using my own custom-made material. So I prepare PPT documents, slides, and PDFs that I send to you after each class. And also we're using a couple of different student books. There are Sėkmės is the most common one, but there's also Ne dienos be lietuvių kalbos, which is also a great student book to have. So even if you're not enrolling in my course, I still recommend one of these 2 student books. They're really good for beginners. So what do you get with this course? Well, after each single session, I'm going to send you an email The email will, of course, have the topic that we studied, so you can remember what we studied. It's going to have the homework that I suggest. So I don't give homework. All of my students are adults. They are responsible people and they have other responsibilities sometimes. So these are suggestions. And I always recommend to do the homework, of course, because this will help you to kind of cement the knowledge, just to make the knowledge more concrete and to put it in your long-term memory. Because if it's only in your short-term memory, other things will come along and you're just going to forget everything. So homework is very, very important for you to somehow anchor the knowledge in your mind in long term. So yeah, homework, very, very important. But again, everyone has their own free time and you're adults. I'm not going to explain how to study. But if you want to know how to study, you can always ask me questions and I'm definitely going to help you. So okay, the topic that we studied, the recommended homework, the video recording. So every class will have a video recording for those who can't join the class. Or maybe, you can't join the class, you joined the class and you just want to rewatch the video after the events so you can remember what we were doing last time. And maybe you had some, points that were not very clear. Maybe rewatching the video will help you to clarify these points or, show it to someone else and like, hey, could you elaborate on that? So the video recording is like an extra material for those who have missed the class or the people who want to just, go over the material once more. And of course, you're going to get a summarized Word document with all the vocabulary, all the grammar points, everything that we studied last time. So the summarized Word document is for your revision. It's going to be after every class. You're going to get this Word document and you just can revise the vocabulary. You can note it down in your student books. It's just going to help you to kind of build the vocabulary over time. So this is my Lithuanian beginner course. Like, this is the main idea behind the course. And again, it's just to give you all the fundamentals. You will not, magically start speaking Lithuanian after 26 hours of lesson, right? Come on, like that's not how language learning works. You need at least 100 hours to get an A1 level, or like 150 hours for some, maybe 80 hours for some that have like similar knowledge background. Maybe they speak, I don't know, Latvian, maybe they speak Belarusian, Polish. Latvians, of course, have it the easiest, but still. So if you have a similar grammar structure in your own language, maybe it's going to help, but it takes around 100 to 150 hours to actually reach an A1 level. So definitely the speed depends on how many hours you put, not just in the classroom, but outside the classroom. So the more you practice at home using the material that I send for your own material, you're listening to something on the TV, you're reading some kind of a newspaper. This will, of course, help you to advance quicker. So think about this course as a structure that I'm going to give to you. And then you can use this structure and build on top of it, with your own material over time. So that's my main idea, just to provide you with structure, because watching a video here and there, watching a YouTube reel, or I don't know, shorts, whatever, it's great, it's fantastic. But if you don't have a system, all of the information feels like scattered. Like I know a little bit something here, something there, but you cannot like connect the bits and pieces, right? So this course is like to connect these bits and pieces and to know how this all scattered material kind of come together. So yeah, if you want to sign up for the course, you can always go to my website, www.lithuanianwithpaulius.com, and there you'll see the A1 beginner course. Also, all the other services that I offer. There you can fill out the form, and once you fill out the form, I'll receive an email with your request. I'm going to send you an email with all the other details. So the July's cohort is full for the evening group, but it's not yet full for the morning group. So if you want to join in the mornings, you still can. If you're more of an evening person, you'll have to wait until the next cohort, which probably is going to start in September. So if you have no problems learning in the morning, Lithuanian time, at around 10 a.m., that's great. I will see you in the morning group. And if you feel like morning is not your thing or you can't, well, the evening groups are already full. I'm sorry, but they're going to reopen in September. So yeah, that's all the information that I wanted to give, answering some of your questions. But if there are some questions that I haven't answered, you can comment the questions below the video and I'll try to answer them. I try to answer to each single comment that I get. Sometimes it's impossible, but I'm pretty sure that I will be able to reply here. Or you can just send me a private message using Instagram. You can just find Lithuanian with Paulius there and we can chat. So that's about it. Have a great week, a great weekend, and hopefully I'll see you in the July's cohort or in the September's. So best of luck. Happy learning.